Hey guys, it's me, Jess, or So It Is True. Just making a quick video because, I was doing some research online and I saw where Diva had made a video, and I'm not even sure when she made it. It was called Bypass, Gastric Bypass, Carney Wilson Sturgeon, etc. Get angry, get pissed. So I just started watching it, to see what it was all about. And she had mentioned in there that, about how society waits for people to mess up after they've had gastric bypass and waits for them to gain weight and blah blah blah, and how it made her angry. And but I saw that and I thought, oh, it made me think of something else. So with in regards to her video, it's society. We all look at each other and we all compare ourselves, and it's always a competition, regardless of what anybody thinks or whatever. It's always copying and competition, trying to either be better or at least be equal. And that's how, when we go to, watch somebody on television wearing a certain outfit and we go out and buy the same outfit. It's all about trying to, keep up and if not, try to do better. And that's pretty much what the world is based on. That's pretty much society is based on. So, with that being said, we see, Carney Wilson gain all that weight back to people talk nasty about her. But, what people don't realize, general society doesn't realize is that, Carney Wilson gained the weight back because she has some sort of issue and being unhappy. She hasn't. And the biggest thing that I always tell you guys about is you're going to gain the weight back if you don't come to terms with the reason why you gain weight in the first place. And she's always trying to lose weight, but the fact is she needs to face reality. She needs to face what's gone on in her life, whatever has caused her to turn to food as a fix-all. Gastric bypass is not a fix-all, and you will gain the weight back, absolutely, if you do not come to terms with whatever has made you put the weight on in the first place. And that's what I always tell you guys. That's my biggest deal. You have to know, what is making you be this way. So, with that being said, it doesn't make me mad. That's society. We've always, I'm sure it went all the way back to Stone Ages. Everybody was in competition with the thing they put on their head or something, So, that's fact of life. But, watching that video kind of made me think, it's kind of like that way with our families and stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but some things has happened to me past Saturday and directly after I had surgery. It actually happened right before I met Bo. So it happened, I believe it happened before my incident that I can't really talk about right now because I'm having issues. Some of you guys know why I can't talk about it, but you can watch in some of my past videos about past health things that's happened. But so it was probably like June or July of 2009. And I was at a bar, and it was only a couple of months post-op. And there were Subway sandwiches there, and it was a party with family and, friends and a bunch of people. Only a few people knew that I had gastric bypass, but I had a quarter of a sub that I was working on eating, which a lot of you guys know that I struggled really bad with food for a really long time. And so there was this person there that had gastric bypass, and she wasn't very skinny herself. So that's what kind of weirds me out by the whole thing. But she said to my grandmother while I was sitting there, I was the designated driver, so I had a half of a drink. Really what I had was, and I asked for a half of a shot, poured into a large glass of Diet Coke with a splash of water to fizz out the bubbles. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I don't know why I'm making a video right now, but I'm tired. And I'm sick, and I'm just sick of being sick. But so this person turned to a group of people, like, here's the table, which was literally like this big. And I was sitting at one side of the table with my sister, and I was fairly big. I was probably 300 pounds still or something like that. I don't know. I can look it up. But she said to my grandmother and a bunch of other people, if she keeps eating and doing that kind of thing, and I don't know if she's talking about the drink or my quarter of a sub that I worked on for 3 hours watching everybody get drunk, she said she's going to gain the weight back within 6 months. So when I heard that, I got pissed. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm hot-tempered. I try not to be, but, you know, it's just part of who I am. And so I looked at her, and, you know, she started to tell me goodbye because she was walking out the door, and this was just before she was leaving. And I was just like, yeah, you know, I heard what you said, and so, you know, bye. And so she was like, well, you know, what did I say? And I said, you know, you heard what, you know what you said. You know what you said. And if you're going to say something behind somebody's back, say it to their face, because I'm one of those type of people. Whereas the people that know me, you know, on a day-to-day life knows, you know, don't ask me a question unless you want the honest truth. Because I'm not going to give you anything else than that. I don't believe in it. You know, and I believe friends should be able to be honest with each other. You know, I've got friends that tell me, you know, Jess, you've gained a few pounds back. You need to, you know, do something about that. And of course I tell them, you know, obviously I fell down a flight of stairs. You know, there's not a whole lot of exercising I can do. I knew that I was gaining weight back through drinking so many Starbucks drinks, mixed drinks, you know, blended drinks. So I stopped drinking them. But I appreciated their honesty because it made me realize, you know, hey, you're right. You know, there's something here and I need to catch it and move on. And I did, and I moved on. But anyway, so, you know, she said, well, you know, I just think you need to be careful with drink, whatever. Well, come to find out, she had a problem with alcohol after having gastric bypass. So, regardless, talking shit about me doesn't really fix what your problems are. And because I'm having a quarter of a drink, which I literally only drank a couple, so you guys know I couldn't drink anything after gastric bypass. I was so sick. But anyway, so that really upset me, but I kind of let it go. And then Saturday, I was out with some family members, and God, I hate being sick. It's like sinuses, like it's all in here, and I feel like my nose is angry at me. But anyway, you know, somebody that's dear and near to my heart, you know, and I know that she doesn't really mean it, but it's something that I kind of want to talk to you guys about because it's frustrating, you know. And she had said twice, twice. Once a couple days before, and again in front of other people. You know, I don't know how you're going to be able to keep all that weight off with all that food you eat. And I was kind of like, whatever. And you guys know, a lot of you guys who watch this that know me in person know that I am, I hate when the light shines on my glasses. It's terrible for video. The people that know me know that I'm very honest, blunt, just to the point. But if it's just somebody that I highly respect, and this person I do highly respect regardless of anything. I do respect this person. She means a lot to me. I won't say anything. I will shut down, quiet, and I let the anger kind of try to simmer down. I try not to let my anger out when there's no need for that. So I either A, will fly off the handle, or B, I won't talk at all. And that's what I did. I just didn't talk at all. Because I know that she's good-hearted and doesn't really mean to hurt my feelings or anything. But of course I hurt my feelings. It's like, you know, when I eat, I do eat, obviously. Now, because it was such a long time before I could start eating again. I mean, it was probably a year before I ate actual solid foods without too much of a problem. And so I kind of just sat back, and, you know, somebody that was with me kind of stood up for me. But, you know, and she was right with what she stood up with her points. But gastric bypass people, if me and a normal person is sitting down eating, and I don't know gastric bypass, I just know me, okay? So if I'm sitting down with somebody that had gastric bypass, or that didn't have gastric bypass, and we're sitting there for 8 hours doing something, whatever the hell we're doing, but we're not moving from that chair for 8 hours, we could get a whole foot-long sub, right? And in 8 hours, within 30 minutes, the other person has eaten their entire foot-long sub. Within 8 hours, I will eat almost, if not all, of that foot-long sub within 8 hours. Okay. Matter of fact, to prove a point, I don't know if you guys know or Jimmy John's. I friggin' love them. I know it's bad, but I do. I love them. So I have a sub here. Right now it is 2:45. I went into work. So I got this sub about 5 o'clock. And I still have a quarter of a sub left. However long that is. Really long time. Anybody else would be done with that sub. Well, most people would just throw it away. But for me, I don't like to throw away food. And it's a good sub. I mean, it's vegetables and it's got meat and cheese in it. You know, I try to steer clear of the meat as much as I can, but it's low-fat meat. Maybe snoring. But, you know, I mean, of course she saw that. She saw, like, we were playing bingo, and it was like an 8-hour extravaganza of bingo. But I had a half of a calzone, about this big calzone. A half of a small salad, so it was like a bowl this big, but it was only half salad. And I had a bagel with cream cheese. That's all I had that was over there. And I had 2 coffees. And I had a bunch of water and maybe some Diet Coke. I don't know, something like that. Well, I ate the calzone. I ate part of the salad. And I didn't even eat my bagel. So within that time, I had half of a calzone. I think I had a breadstick or something. But anyway, it was 8 hours. I mean, shit. Like, 8 hours of eating. Anyway, so I was kind of like, whatever, you know, I mean, I can't get mad, but, you know, comments are made like that are going to be said to you. People are going to expect you to fail. I mean, that's what's going to happen. I mean, that's part of life. I mean, you have friends that you love to dear, God, you love them to death, you know, but probably 95% of society likes to gossip. Their marriage failed. Why their marriage failed? Their husband cheated on them? Oh my God, with who? The lady down the street? No way. The girl that works at Dunkin' Donuts. Like, seriously? That's the way society is. I mean, that's how people are, you know. I mean, I'm not a huge drama person. I don't really like it. I like to be on the outside. I love to watch it. Don't like to be involved in it. So, you know, and that's pretty much the way that we work as people. So, I mean, it's kind of like tonight. I was around someone and I said something to somebody. It pissed them off. They said something that pissed me off. And then for the next like 3 hours, they just kept talking about it. And they kept bringing it up, talking about it. And that, I mean, drama. That's just how people are. So people expect, you know, Carney Wilson, that's the topic to talk about. Oh my God, you had gastric bypass. Well, Carney Wilson failed. I mean, that's how it works. I don't know why I keep staring at the screen when I could be staring at you. But anyway, that's how it works. I mean, that's part of life. That's just the way that things go. People are going to expect you to fail. People are going to talk about you behind your back. It's, you know, how you cope with that and don't let it get you down and just move forward with it. That's how you go with it, you know. Like, I was at my daughter's office today, and then things were mentioned about a girl and her husband leaving them, whatever. So that's pretty much how it goes. It's part of life. I mean, you know, even I chimed in. It's just how life is. People talk about other people, whether they mean it in a harmful way, which I think that most people don't really mean it harmful. It's just life is life. You get up, you eat, you go to work, you come home, you pay your bills. Somebody else has some shit going on. What's it all about? I mean, if your life is boring, you don't have anything going on in your life, of course you're going to talk about other people. That's just how it goes. So, I mean, basically, I'm not really sure what the meaning of this video is, but hopefully you guys get the point. You know, people are going to say things about people. It's just the way that things are going to be. But it's really how you handle it is how it's kind of going to go, you know. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just aggravating. It's just really aggravating when people say things that are hurtful, but they don't realize that they're hurtful, or they do realize it, but you would hope that it's not. And it almost brings me to the fact that, you know, I went out to lunch, and I'm sure I'll hear back about me saying this, but I went out to lunch with part of my family. Most of the people that I went out to lunch with were people that I don't really talk to, you know. And so we don't really hang out. We don't talk, nothing. And I decided, it'd be a good thing. I was invited by my wonderful grandmother, and so I decided to go. Well, I went in, saw everybody, and then, I don't know if they were talking about my back or if they were talking about my weight. But when I walk into the room and they stare me up and down, kind of makes me wonder, you know. But I guess the way that I look at things is, I don't really believe that everybody that's in your life you have to have a need for them. But I do believe that, if they're useless to you and they're mean to you, you know, you don't need them in your life. And they obviously don't need you, besides to talk shit about you. And whether you're friends with them or talk to them or not, they're still going to talk shit. So, that's kind of how I feel about it. That's kind of like why I have my husband. I have my wonderful dogs. I have a few good friends. Probably less than a few. I have a couple good friends. Bo has quite a few good friends. But me, I never really, I have to have somebody that I can trust. And I'm one of those people that if you burn me, it depends on where you are in my friendship. Like, if I really rely on you, like, I had a good friend before Gastric Bypass and after, until not too long ago we got rid of each other. And I really had her around for the most part because I was miserable. And when you're miserable, being around somebody that's miserable, it makes being miserable not so bad. So when I decided not to be miserable and she was doing nothing but bringing her misery into my life when I was happy, there's no reason to keep her around. None. So, and I really am strong about, if you're an acquaintance to me and you burn me, I will never let it go. And I don't know why. I don't do it on purpose, I don't think. But I almost feel like, why would I allow you to burn me twice? It's not like shame on me, shame on you, whatever crap. It's, you do it once, you're fucking retarded, pardon my language, but you're dumb, and I'm not going to let you be dumb to me again. It's not regardless of how many times I let you come back into my life, it's never me that should be ashamed. It's you that should be ashamed. So I don't even believe in that saying. But anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling. I guess it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't go to sleep. But I love you guys, and I'll probably think of something else to make a video about because I'm awake. I love you guys. Thanks for being my, how would you say, like, online diary. I love having you guys around, I really do, because it really gives me somebody to talk to that can't talk back and give me shit. I mean, you can talk back because you can leave a message down there, and I love making my videos, so I guess if you have a comment to make, please make it, so that way I can have more videos to talk about. Or things to talk about in my videos, rather. Love you guys, and thanks for watching as usual. Check out my website, www.WLSSecrets. It's really WL Secrets. WLSECRETS.com. If you take the S off and do WL Secret, it goes to the same website. I don't want them both. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.